Shalom. To start this lesson, I want to begin by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and citation to sincere brothers pushing his truth and all true sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth diligently. And also, shalom to a few sisters that believe and listen as well. Shalom to you all. All right, I'm the brother, award-winning lawyer from the GMS Miami, the Heralds of Yahushua Camp, and I come back with another lesson. And what I'm gonna basically going into in this lesson is how to destroy a household, get the father out the household. Okay, how to destroy a household 101, get the father out the household. Okay, and this lesson came about when I was in the bathroom. The spirit just hit me. All right, and I started putting this lesson together. And prior to, the spirit hitting me, putting this lesson together, I believe it was 2 days ago. I believe, um, one of the bishops in the camp that I'm in, the Bishop Shamar, he was talking to one of his sons, his oldest son, and he was telling his son, I forget like in detail what he was telling him, but he came up to me. The Bishop Shamar came up to me and he asked me a question. He was like, "Hey, what that scripture say? Where what does scripture say about if you teach your son, what does it do to the enemy?" And I basically told him that it makes the enemy mad. Okay, it makes the enemy mad. And he was like, "Yeah, it's in Sirach," which I know the scripture. Okay, and it doesn't really say mad. It says it grieves the enemy, which low, and we're gonna get that. But same thing basically. Um, but yeah, he came to me with his son because he was trying to tell his son something like, "Hey man, if I teach you," he basically told his son like, "Hey, if I teach you the right way, that makes the enemy mad." Okay, and that goes for all of us. Okay, brothers that have children. Okay, and you teaching your child the right way, the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're making the enemy angry. Okay, you're really vexing the enemy. Okay, because what the enemy really wants to do, he really wants to keep the father out the household, and he wants to destroy the Israelite man. Okay, and how do you destroy an Israelite man? You gotta start young. Okay, gotta start young in a young age. So what do? Get the father out the household. So he's raised by his mother. Okay, his mother doesn't know how to actually tend to him correctly. The mother doesn't know how to really turn him into a man like that. All right, so from his youth, okay, from his youth up, he has been destroyed. Okay, and that's going to be pushed upon the next child that comes, and the next child, and next child, and it's just going to continue to cycle. And that's how Esau Edom, all right, flourishes. That's what makes him happy, destroying the Israelite man's household by taking the father out. Because once the father's not there, who's going to teach up that child and train up that child in the right way? In the right way, nobody will be able to. The mother can only go far enough. All right, a child needs his a father in his life. Okay, so he can teach him the right way, so he can grow. So if the father dies, there's one that he has left like him. I can tell you in the book of Sirach 30, which you're gonna read that as well. Okay, a father is very beneficial, and Esau knows that. That's why time after time after time, what has he always done? Taken the father out the household, and he's still doing this to this day. That's why you got so much YNs out here. Okay, which YNs is a short term or abbreviation for young niggas. Okay, that's what they calling Jakes nowadays. That's what they calling you so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. You guys are YNs. You guys are young niggas wearing ski masks, smoking weed, doing drugs, riding around with switches. When Esau sees that puts a smile on his face. All right, because he knows, okay, I have won. Okay, I won. This man don't got a father in his household. He doesn't have a father in his household. Look what look what I created, a monster. Okay, Esau's job, what he wants to do is get us farther and farther away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and he has had a good run with doing that, and he still has a good run right now. Okay, for the rest of Israel. But for the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the elect, Lord, when we be a part of the elect, we are that beginning of, fathers teaching their sons in the right way. Okay? Which, matter of fact, Slock here, man. Let me just grab it right quick. It's in Deuteronomy chapter 4. Might as well grab it, and then I'm going to come back to this. Deuteronomy 4. I believe like verse 9, I think it is. Alright, where is that? Let me see. I'll start at verse 5. Okay, Deuteronomy 4 and 5. You can start at verse 1, but I'll start at verse 5 for the sake of time. All right, Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Take therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. All right, teach them what? The statutes, the commandments, all right, the understanding, all right, the scriptures, the understanding of the law, and etc. Teach your children, okay? And by us doing that, we're destroying the enemy. By us constantly staying in the right way and not departing, all right, we're destroying the enemy. And we're stronger, and we're strong, and we're strong as a nation by us doing this. Okay? And real soon, okay, we're going to be in our right state of mind. We're not going to need to teach one another, but we're going to be in our right state of mind. And the other nations are going to be like, what? Surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. They're going to say that in the kingdom, like, okay, the nation of Israel, these are wise people. Right now, these other nations, what it in Lamentation, they hiss and they wag. They say, oh, this is the people of God mocking the Lord. Like, this your people? These niggas riding around with ski masks on. Riding around in stolen cars with Glock 17s with switches on the back. But really, in reality, this devil has done that to our people. You the people saying, oh, this your people, Lord, but you the one who did it, nigga. Esau Edom is the real nigga. You the one who have destroyed households, okay, and caused our children to be the way that they are today. Which ultimately it is the curses. Okay, it is the curses at the end of the day. But hey, this nigga's taking it to this nigga Esau Edom, he takes shit to a different level, man. Okay, he takes shit to a different level, bro. But hey, the point that I really wanted, man, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. That's how it's supposed to be. Proverbs 22 and 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right. So if you're teaching your child in the right way, teaching them what? The laws, statutes, and commandments, he's not going to depart from them. He's not going to depart from them. But actually, he's going to teach his sons, and his sons are going to teach their sons, and the cycle will continue. And we're seeing a piece of that right now, man. We're teaching, certain brothers was raised in this truth. Now they teaching their sons this truth. And if they, Lord, we're not here long enough. But if we were supposed to be here long enough, they would be teaching their children the truth. That's how it's supposed to be. But real soon we're gonna be in our king. We're gonna be we're gonna be in the kingdom We ain't gonna need to teach one another the truth no more. It's gonna be in our inward parts. We're gonna be righteous, and these other nations gonna see us at our top, starting with Esau, Edom. All right. This is a question I asked on Google. Not having a father in the household does what to the child? AI overview. Growing up without a father in the household can significantly impact a child's development, often leading to low self esteem, emotional difficulties like anxiety and depression. It says behavioral problems, poorer academic performance, and an increased risk of engaging in risky behaviors. And you see that, man. Even myself, you know, growing up in school, I seen certain things, man. Like one of my best friends in the world, okay, he didn't really have a father figure in his house. Okay, yeah, his father was around, but he didn't have a father figure like that in his house. That, because I was around him like that. He didn't really have a father figure in his house. Okay, and I seen certain decisions he made. All right, I seen certain decisions he made, certain things he did. Okay, certain things that he was gonna do, I was gonna partake in. But Thwadi Abashima Shai, Lord kept me. But I see what it did. All right, I seen it firsthand. Okay, me growing up myself, I had my father in my life, but the earlier age, my early ages, all right. Bishop Shamar, he done told me about this. All right, the early ages of my life, my father was very busy. Okay, very busy, and as I got older, he was still busy. He was around, but he was busy. Okay, and Esau, he sets it up like that. Okay, he sets it up like that. That's his agenda. That's his plan. Okay, keep the father away from the child. Okay, keep the father away from the child. Don't allow the father to be in the household. Don't allow the father to be in the household. And if he's in the household, he's not in the household like that. And they tell you in Sirach 30, uh, you give a child liberty, there will be willful, roughly paraphrasing. So the father is either not in the household or he's not in the household like that. Now the son is getting in all type of bullshit. All right. The daughter is getting in all type of shit. Now the son selling drugs, doing this and that. The daughter's being a whore. Okay. All because the father is not around. Once again, lower self-esteem. Jake B having low self-esteem. Okay. That's why they do certain things that they do. That's why they commit crimes and so on and so forth to fit in. They have low self-esteem, emotional difficulties. That's why Jake got anger issues, like anxiety and depression. You got Jakes that take drugs, Percocets, Perks 30s. Always talk about Perks 30s. Mushrooms, so on and so forth. Behavioral problems. Jake always got an attitude. Jake don't know how to talk to the elderly. Jake don't know how to talk to those above him. Jake don't know how to, like the scripture say, be peaceable with all men if possible. Jake don't know how to do that. Poorer academic performance. Jake in schools, they grades low. They grades low. And an increased risk of engaging in risky behaviors. That's why Jake don't got no father. What Jake do? Catch a body. Now they rotting in prison. Become selling drugs, killing people, so on and so forth. That's engaging in risky behavior because they didn't have a role model in their life, aka a father. A father. It says, as children may struggle with feelings of abandonment, which you don't have a father, you may feel that way, like, damn, I'm abandoned. Okay, yeah, Mom Duke's around, but it's so much Mom Dukes can do till it's no more she can do. And insurity and insecurity due to lack of a father figure in their lives. Research consistent consistently shows negative um, consequences associated with father absence. So not having a father it's a lot of negative things that come with not having a father around. Okay, it says emotional impact. Children may experience feelings of worthlessness. All right, low self-esteem. Okay, you feel like you ain't nothing. Now you gotta do things to fit in. You said low self esteem. Yeah, you try to do. You feeling like damn, I'm nobody. Now Jake doing shit to try to fit in, and difficulty regarding re, re, regarding regularly. Slocky, brothers. I'm having a tongue twister. Emotions due to the lack of a father's love and support. Man, come on, man. Regulating, Slocky, regulating emotional emotions due to the lack of a father's love and support. And I would read more, but you brothers can look it up and get it to yourself. I'm gonna get this too, and then we're gonna read that's Rock 30. Here I put uh, to get assistance. Yeah, to get assistance on food stamp, do you have to place the father basically on child support? All right. It says in most states, yes. In most states, yes. If you are applying for food stamps and have children, you will likely be required to provide information about the children's father to indicate child support proceedings. Meaning, you may need to place the father on child support to potentially receive the full amount of food assistance benefits. This is done to ensure non-custodial parents are contributing to their children's needs. So, for certain states, you need to put the father on child support to get what? To receive the full amount of food assistance benefits, man. Isn't that evil? But this is what Esau Edom does. Now the father's on child support. Now he's not in the house 9 times out of 10. Okay, he's not seeing his son regularly. Okay, his son's growing up. Okay, not having a father around like that, living with his mom 9 times out of 10. Because Esau Edom, all right, he loves. Well, he don't love the black woman, but he loves to put the black woman over the. He loves to put the so-called black woman over the so-called black man. Okay, because he knows by doing that, he's also by him doing that also he's destroying our nation. So he loves doing that. Now you in the crib with Mom Dukes. Mom Dukes working 2 jobs. Mom Dukes constantly tired. Mom Dukes come to the crib when she agitated, like, oh, you just like your daddy, this and that, and the third. Now it's bringing you down more. All right. Now you got even more low self-esteem. Now you feel more worthless. That's why a lot of Jakes they be saying, growing up, they be wanting to commit suicide. That's why children get hooked on drugs so young too. Okay, that's why Jake jump in the streets so young too. Okay, because they feel so worthless. They have low self-esteem. They feel destroyed, man. They feel empty. That's why they start doing shit. That's why we got so much YNs out here. These niggas ready to go to prison. They're ready to commit crimes. Okay? But I bet if they had a father in their life, their path would have been a different way. Okay? There's a lot of people that come out and say, man, I wish my father was in my life. I wouldn't have done this, that, and the third. Because a father being in your life has an impact on you. And the people I'm talking about, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites. These other nations, they got their fucking fathers in their life. These heathens got their fathers in their life. Esau Edom, he got his father in his life. I'm talking to you, Israelites. Majority of y'all don't have y'all fathers in your life. Let's grab the book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 30. And I'll start at verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. Right? Chastising your children. And nowadays in this society, you can't chastise your child. You chastise your child, you get in trouble with Esau Edom. He that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. So if you those that chasten your sons, the fathers, you're gonna have joy in him. You're gonna have joy at the end. Okay? You're gonna have joy. Verse 3. And he and it says, and shall rejoice. It says, he that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. So around his friends, he gonna be like, man, I got me an upstanding son. All right, he's on point. I love my son. That's how it's supposed to be. Verse 3. He that teacheth, and being in that mindset, hey, my son on point. I make sure you're on point. Now another Israelite father with a daughter. He might be among his acquaintance. He may be one of his friends. He might be like, well, I have a daughter, and if your son is following after the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I have a daughter. Shit, I'm gonna give my daughter to your son, because that's how it's supposed to be. Back in the ancient world, a man would give his daughter to another man's son that is on point. He studied the law. He's on point. He's one after the Lord's heart. That's who he will give his daughter to. Okay? Verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Right. And this was the scripture that the Bishop Shamar, wanted me to bring out. All right. Basically, say it to the best of my ability that day, that he had brought it up. Okay. When he asked me what does the scripture say about one that teacheth his son, what does it do to the enemy? And I answered, it makes the enemy mad. Like it says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. So if you teaching your son, all right, if you training up a child in the way he shall go, you grieving the enemy. You making the enemy mad. And before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he that have left one behind him, that is like himself. Right? So if a father end up dying, it's like he didn't die because he left a image of himself behind. He left his son. One following after one that listened and take heed to his father. What JB said, you just like your daddy, you a daddy's son. Yeah. Verse 5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. Right? He saw his son following after the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, keeping the ways, keeping the commandments, the laws. He saw that, and he was rejoiced. He rejoiced in his son, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, his son, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. Come on. Father, go. He go with a peaceful spirit, a peaceful soul. Man, my son, man, he on point, bro. Hey, I'm good. You don't need to worry about your deathbed, man. I'm leaving this nigga behind. That's what King Solomon was saying. I built all this, and then, I die, and I have a son, and this nigga nigga come out to be a nigga, and everything I worked for just went out the window. All this vanity and vexation of spirit. Verse 6, he left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. Verse 7, he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels shall be troubled at every cry. A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. Right. So a child left to himself will be willful. You're going to be seeing him do all type of things. Okay? Because nobody's there to check him. Nobody's there to chastise him. They just let him do whatever he want to do. AKA the moms. The pop's probably not around. The mom's not making sure he doing what he got to do. The mom's too busy sleeping with this man, that man, going to the club, coming home drunk, and etc. Whole time when she not there, this nigga in the streets, this nigga doing this and that, and the third. A child left to himself will be willful. Conquer thy child, and he will make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Can't play with your child too much. And that's what you get from not having a father figure in the house. A father gonna make sure his son on point, his daughter on point. A mother gonna play with the child, man. Oh, you did this and that. It's okay. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Not sparing the rod. Just saying, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Now later on, he gonna bring you heaviness, cause you gonna go to jail for life. You gonna sit up in that courtroom, all right, during court. You gonna sit up in that courtroom and you gonna hear the fucking judge tell this nigga he's gonna serve a fucking life sentence while you boohoo crying, my baby, my baby, and you play with the nigga too much and you spare the rod. That's your fault as a parent. You failed them as a parent. You did that. And guess what? Esau Edom just in the background smiling. Got another one. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Right? Don't laugh with your son all the time. Lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth at the end. Like, fuck, man. Fuck. Look at this little nigga, man. Look what he done got himself into. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Hey, you see that? Mercy, of course. We show mercy, but hey, man, give him not liberty in his youth. Don't let him just be doing anything, and wink not at his follies. Check him. Check him. Yo, you tripping, bro? And mind you see how it's constantly talking about a son. I mentioned a daughter too, because Sirach always also tell you, watch you're gonna lose sleep with your daughter, and the scriptures also tell you, make sure your daughter on point too, as a father. But it constantly mention a son, because what? The man is important. What's the head of a woman? A man. What's the head of the children? A woman. And the head of a woman is the man. So the man, to be honest, is above the woman and the children. Verse 12, bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Right? So yeah, man, chasten your son. All right, beat him on the sides while he's a child. All right, be on the sides, beat him on those thighs, bro. Let all that pain run through his whole body. Beat him on them sides, bro. Okay? At least he waxed stubborn. So at least he gets stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart. Chasten thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. So hey, you gotta know how to move with your son. Gotta know how to move with your son. And by you moving a certain way with your son, moving the right way within the scriptures with your son, at the end, he's not going to depart from the way you taught him. And you're going to have joy and no sorrow at the end. You're going to be able to enjoy your son while you're on the earth. And when you die, you don't need to be on your deathbed sorrowing like, damn, I'm about to go out and I left a monster behind. I created a monster. But hey, man, the kingdom is coming. The kingdom is coming. We ain't gonna need to teach our children no more. The law's gonna be in the inward parts. Our children gonna be righteous, man. They ain't gonna be going off. None of that. We're gonna be able to enjoy our children. I know I mentioned, be able to enjoy your children. Really, to be honest, we can't even enjoy our children right now. It tell you in Deuteronomy 28, you shall have children and they shall go into captivity. So we can't even enjoy them in the fullness, but in the kingdom we will. But I read this and close out. This is a book of Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto other people, unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Right. So it says, okay, thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. And the reason why I brought this out, because hey, you see that with certain Jakes, they can't be around their kids. Now, granted, all right, they may not be given to another people, but you can't see them. Now they're given to the mother. Mother got full custody. You can't see your kids. She puts you on child support. You still can't see your kids. Now she's taking you to court again, bringing up some bullshit, making up some bullshit. You know Esau Edom gonna take her aside. Now she got full custody of the kids. All you can do is pay child support. That's it. Can't be around your kids. Certain men gotta go through that. And Esau Edom allows things like this to happen so he can destroy households. Okay? So he can destroy households. So he can destroy the Israelite man. He loves to do stuff like this. He loves it. And stuff like that. Girl, you better put him on child support, so on and so forth. Stuff like that is glorified in this kingdom, man. You gotta put, in some states, you gotta put the father on child support to get full benefits. What type of bullshit is that, man? Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. In this kingdom, in Babylon the Great, they call evil good. Put a man on child support, that's evil. They call that good. That gets glorified. And good evil. What's the good way they put it for evil? Oh, man could beat my child and so on and so forth. Oh, that's evil. That's bad. Lady, that's stopping a monster from coming into the world. Back in the ancient world, what do you think they did with a stubborn child? They will stone his ass, man. Read Deuteronomy chapter 22. They will stone his ass, man. I ain't gonna read it. I just want to fact check. I'm on point. Stubborn son. Slakia, Deuteronomy 21. Okay? You know what they'll do with a stubborn son, a stubborn and rebellious son that don't listen to his father or his mother? They would bring him to the elders, and the elders would stone his ass, man. And guess what? That would, when you read it, I ain't gonna read it. I just want to get that last verse. Is it the last verse? Well, no, it's actually the 21st verse. It says, "And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear." So we'll hear about, damn, little Johnny, he got put to death because he wasn't listening to his parents. Damn. Shit, I gotta make sure I listen to my parents. Or other parents will be like, "Hey, you want to be like little Johnny?" The child will be like, "No, I don't want to be like little Johnny. I want to be like little Johnny." They gotta listen. That's how it used to be in the ancient world. Okay? This was considered righteousness. This was considered good. But if you bring this out in this society, that's considered evil. Because what they put in, what's evil for good and what's good for evil. All right? Hey, Esau, he has rejoiced seeing the downfall of our people. But right now, we see the downfall of him. There'll be 7 things that make me happy. All right, one that have his joy of his children, which we're gonna be able to see have that. Matter of fact, let's close out with that. Salakia. I know I was about to close out, brother Salakia. Let me just grab this right quick. It's in the 25th chapter, 7 verse. Sirach chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, which really we don't have joy of our children we don't have joy of our children completely, We gotta work, we gotta slave, and so on and so forth. Are we not completely? Are we not able to really enjoy our children like that because we gotta work and slave like that? But real soon we will enjoy our children, and we're gonna be able to enjoy our children, and etc. Because we will never die. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And right now we're beholding the fall of Esau, Edom. The curses that are upon us, Deuteronomy 30:7. The curses that are upon us are coming upon our enemies. Okay, you got Edomites in the hood. You got certain Edomites that's starting to grow. Certain Edomites starting to see their fathers get put on child support, or their father ain't in their life. We seeing that, and we laughing, man. We seeing the downfall of our enemy, and that brings joy to our spirit. I'm gonna end off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, and citation to sincere brothers pushing truth and all true sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth diligently. To you I say shalom.